Welcome to the first NBA series on this channel. We're going to be taking control of the Golden State Warriors and trying to get them back up there in contention for a championship. The roster to start with is just going to be basically what it is in real life. I want to keep this semi-realistic in terms of trades as well. So it's going to be Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and then the rookie James Wiseman at the center position. We are going to start with a few smaller trades. So you can see here we're going to trade Kevon Looney, an unprotected first round pick, and Brad Wanamaker to the Pistons for Derrick Rose and some guy I'm never going to use, just to get our bench scoring up there so when Curry and Klay etc aren't out there we can still have some scoring. We're also going to be trading Kent Bazemore and Damian Lee for Matisse Thybulle and again another player I'm never going to use. Right. That gives us some defense on the bench. So now our bench unit consists of Derrick Rose, Matisse Thybulle, Kelly Oubre, Eric Pascal, and then at the center position we'll have Marquese Chriss. And that rounds up the bench unit. I have the rotations on the screen in case you want to have a look at them if that interests you and how many minutes I'm going to play them. Obviously this can change and will change after I play with the team a little bit. For these episodes I'm not going to be playing every game, so I'll start by playing the opening game, then I'm going to sim a few, then I'll play another game, and we'll go through the season like that and see if we can make the playoffs and then go from there. As you can see, the opening day of the season is against the Clippers. By the time we face them, the Clippers are already 2-0. This is our first game, so hopefully we can give them a first loss and get off to a good start. We start off by getting James Wiseman a bucket inside. I'll talk a bit when the game plays in the background. For this series, I do want to keep it semi-realistic, but I also want to make the Warriors better than they are. Obviously, Klay Thompson's injured in real life, and in this world, in this little fictional world, he's not injured. I'm playing with injuries off just because it kind of ruins it, I think. Obviously, players get injured in real life, but if I just get Steph Curry and Klay injured, then this is going to be boring for me to play, you know. Obviously, there'll be some realism to it, but it's still a game at the end of the day. This game, as you can see in the background, I kept clanking threes of Curry, and I kept shooting way too much of him. Eventually, he would score a little bit, but James Wiseman was playing pretty good for us. Curry comes off another screen and finally actually gets his first bucket. We're in the second quarter at this point, so it's really taken me a while to get him going. I'm going to be playing with the games on 10-minute quarters as well, because 12 minutes is a bit too long, and everything less than that I think isn't enough. I am going to be playing on the Hall of Fame as well. I know the scoreline doesn't really look like it at this point, because we're blowing the Clippers out in the second quarter already, but they will come back into it. Klay Thompson gets inside for a dunk. One of the main reasons the Clippers are behind as well so bad is because Kawhi would keep shooting stupid shots. Obviously he can score pretty much from anywhere, but in this game he's not really doing anything like that. He's just missing every single shot. Fast break with Curry, get Wiggins inside and another dunk. I don't know how long I'm going to keep Wiggins on my team, because in real life I don't mind Wiggins. I think he's an alright player. He gets a lot of stick for not much, but at the same time he is paid 30 million a season, so yikes, you know. He's not worth the money, but he's an alright player, so at some point I might trade him, but I don't know what I'm saying. I want to win, basically. Kawhi finally gets the shot to go down in the third quarter. He literally missed so many to that point. I think I showed the box score at the end so you can see, but Curry's also cold because I keep taking shots like that and missing. I was also trying to run plays to get my players involved because I literally couldn't hit anything with Curry. So I was trying to get Thybulle involved here and he gets a bucket. That's his second bucket and his first free for us. He's literally only on the team to defend and hit jump shots really. Wiseman's on fire at this point. If anything, he was probably our best player in this game. Everyone played pretty well apart from Curry, to be honest, and that's just my fault for trying to force everything. I was going to take a free there, but I passed it inside to Draymond. After a while, I just tried to get to the bucket. I kept timing the releases so bad, so that's another reason why. Klay gets one in the corner here. Like, Curry impacted the game, everything but scoring, but obviously, I want him to score. I want to get Curry back to, like, MVP form in this series. Wiseman gets his 17th rebound as a rookie in his first game, so that's pretty good. Derrick Rose finds Klay Thompson, and then I actually timed the release good for once. As you can see, it's the fourth quarter now. We're literally up by 19. It's a blowout at this point, but I'm still trying to run plays to get everyone involved. That's a two-pointer, and we actually scored. I missed so many of them, because if he just goes on the three-point line, it probably goes in. But as you can see, we won the first game in the end by 21 points. I thought it'd be a way closer game. I wanted to play the Clippers and I thought they'd put up a bit more of a fight than that, but apparently not. On the box score, you can see Klay actually played really well. 10 of 16 shooting, 4 of 6 from 3, so he was pretty efficient. Derrick Rose off the bench, 17 points again, really efficient. Then you can see Steph Curry, 14 and 9 isn't that bad, but 6 of 18 shooting is what, 33%? That's not great, and 2 of 9 is also terrible from 3, but I'm getting used to it. It's going to be fine. I haven't played 2K21 that much. I've played a lot of NBA over the years. James Wiseman did play really well with 12 points and 18 rebounds, 4 blocks. He had 3 turnovers, but I guess his other stats kind of make up for that. He's probably the player of the game, to be honest. So hopefully we can get some more play like that from him. Wiggins only had 8 points, but then again, I literally only shot 4 times. I need to get the offense and me playing it right and give people the amount of shots that they have. At the moment, I'm just figuring stuff out So that's my excuse, you know. Oh, here I show that the simulated quarter lengths were wrong because I simmed some games and the scores were so low. They're like 70-70s, 80-80 games, but then we lose to the Hornets, but at least the scores were looking normal. But we are going to be 2-4 at this point. We won the game at the Clippers, like you saw. We simmed it against the Thunder and won. So that's good, but then we just lost 4 straight against the Pelicans, the Suns, the Spurs, and the Hornets. All teams, realistically, we should be beating if we want to make the playoffs. The second game I'm going to play is going to be against the Trailblazers and Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. In terms of like matchup for the teams, we match pretty well, so we should win this game. They have a good team, but we are better. But at the minute, Portland are 6-1 and they're top of the West, so who knows? Tough game, tough game. When we start off the game, literally leaving Rodney Hood wide open. Try and get a Curry going, but that's a fading shot. Probably should have made sure he was stood still. This is probably the worst I've ever started a game of all the NBA games I've ever played. Like, I'm just turning the ball over, taking bad shots. Like, obviously I'm watching it back now, but even at the time I was aware I was playing very bad. I mean, we start the game 16-2. As like I said, I'm playing 10-minute quarters. It's been 5 minutes of my actual life I've not scored. And then Clay finally scores a bucket, so ideal. Gets us going. We go on a bit of a run after a while. I think Derrick Rose, I mean, I'm timing things very late, but Derrick Rose gets a layup there. I'm just trying to like lead some sort of comeback with the bench unit. We get it within 10 points to go into the second. Curry finally hits a shot, and I mean finally. I took a lot of shots of Curry, which again I shouldn't really be doing. But I get a steal with Draymond. On the fast break, we continue to chip away at the deficit. At this point, 6 points, so we are coming back into it. I managed to make him bite with Derrick Rose pump fake and he dunks inside. 1 minute left in the second half. James Wiseman managed to make it 2 points, so we've really come back into the game after having an absolute terrible first half. And Damian Lillard's actually going to score. I thought he was going to miss. He was cold and he was running away from me, but it is what it is. It's Damian Lillard. Get it through with Klay Thompson to close that gap back down to 2. Then with 30 seconds left, they just literally forget about Klay and he's on fire and he scores another 3. So we take the lead, but then Damian Lillard's just going to green a 3 right at the end of the half to put us back down by 2. So we're down by 2 going into the half. That's not that bad, seeing as we started that game absolutely terribly. At least it's a closer game than the Clippers too. I am playing on the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure if I said that as I lob it to James Wiseman inside. With Steph, another 3. I definitely shoot too much, but I feel like that should have gone in, you know. I want Curry to be the main scorer, but I also need to take smart shots at him. Otherwise, this is going to be me missing over and over again. I just started trying to get to the line with him in the end, because if I can't score 3s, he's going to score that way at least. There's another 3 by Steph. This is all of the highlights of me just shooting with Steph Curry. We should have got this rebound there, and then we give up an and 1, so that's genuinely triggering. Gonna shoot with Steph again. Another 3. He's got 26 at this point, so he is heating up a bit. It's just Damian Lillard scoring again. It's just I'm shooting too much when I know I am. Damian Lillard's doing a celebration there, but he's missed a lot of shots this game. I'll show you at the end. We're starting to get a bit of a lead at this point. We're winning by 10 with 6 minutes left, but we leave CJ McCollum wide open, so there's a 7-point lead. We leave Rodney Hood wide open, so it's chipped down to 4. So they are coming back. It's a closer game. That's a terrible shot by me. Inside, I get it with Wiseman, so at least he's getting the rebound. That's a bad shot, but I get green release. Clearly, we didn't learn from last time, so I left CJ wide open again. Luckily, he missed. This is still a 4-point game with 2 minutes left. But we leave him open again, and he scores. So at this point, I don't know why I've not clocked on and just started closing CJ down. But it's a 1-point game with 1 minute 40 left. Draymond Green tired in the corner. It's the last person I want taking that shot. But he actually scores it. So we're up by 4 with a minute and a half left. Then that's just a terrible turnover by me with Curry. They have a fast break. Carmelo's going to dunk it. And now it's a tie game with a minute left. We're really choking here. I just throw up a lob to Wiseman because I had literally nothing else on. And that's a bit cheesy to do that, but at the same time, it still looks good. Managed to steal it with Draymond, then they're going to foul Curry because they have no time left. And then the game is just going to be out with fouls and free throws in the end. But I feel like we got away with that because we had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, managed to blow it. And then we're going to have to rely on free throws at the end. But they are still scoring. It's still a tight game, but it's just free throws to end the game. Curry ends up with 33 points, but a lot of that is free throws at the end of the day. 6-point win against top of the conference, Portland, so that's not bad for us, seeing as we really did almost blow that. But we've won both the games we've played. Here's the box score. As you can see, Curry finished with 35, 2, 10 and a steal. I mean, 9 of 27 shooting is shocking, realistically. 7 of 20 is way too much from 3, but, you know, like I said, I'll get there with the efficiency with Curry. Clay had a decent enough game, shot 50% from the field, 40 from 3. Wiseman wasn't as effective, but he's doing his bits. Draymond's doing what I need him to do. Wiggins is 4 of 12 and 0 for 4 from 3. Like, I need more than that for him, but again, I just need to get used to the team. And if I can't get used to Wiggins and like Kelly Oubre off the bench, who's not doing enough in my opinion, then I will trade them. CJ had a good game, 15 of 29. So there's a lot of shots actually thinking about it. I mean, Damian Lillard had a bad game too. 7 of 29. I thought I shot a lot with Steph, and he has 5 of 22 from 3. Like, someone needs to tell him to stop shooting at that point. I think that was one of the better games I played, but I really gave them a head start because I scored like, what, 5 points in the first quarter? It was more than that, but you get what I'm saying. So that's going to leave the episode of us being at 3 and 4 at the minute. For the next episode, I will simulate some games and I'll come back. Like, I'm definitely going to play the Lakers that I can see them against, and I might play the Celtics. So I might play those 2 games there and sim the rest. Also, with like the Rockets, as you can see, we're about to play. Obviously, the trade happened the other day with James Harden. I'm going to do that in the game, so James Harden will be on the net, so I don't really want to play the Rockets if James Harden's not even there. But hopefully we can go on a bit of a run, as I want to make a playoff push for this team and compete for titles. If I need to make trades, I'll make trades. This is going to be my NBA series. I haven't 100% figured out the structure of the videos yet. Like, I want to play a couple, show you the highlights and talk through it. But also, voiceovering highlights is something I don't normally do, so I need to get used to doing that. I like NBA, I want to upload NBA. So I'll be uploading NBA and FIFA content mainly, but there might be other games, who can know. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye! Oh, you mean?